Hi, Billy Mays here with another incredible dropshipping tutorial. Not your average 50% off offer video, but the full guide on how pro dropshippers split test their offers to maximize their conversion rate, along with all the CRO tips and split testing ideas you can do today to increase your revenue per visitor and increase your conversion rate. But wait, there's more, as we're also going to talk about upsells, cross-sells, and of course, how to increase the value of your offers and make it irresistible to your customer. So today in this video, we have two products for you that we are going to prepare great offers for and talk about what split tests we should do to maximize their chance of winning. Now, the first product are these chic, cozy, fluffy Gucci knockoff slippers that only the most unbearable women in the entire world would wear. I could only imagine how many times they complain to the manager when they go out to eat. Now, the next product is going to be this hair curling brush. It also can straighten hair. It can do a lot of different things. So it's a 3-in-1 electric hairbrush. So we got a problem solver and a non-problem solver. Now, the first step when it comes to crafting an irresistible offer is understanding what are your margins? What do we really need to be hitting in order to have a scalable offer? So getting into that, the slippers are going to cost us $6 and the 3-in-1 hair curler is going to cost us $22. Now, my first step when it comes to offers is understanding what AOV do I need to get at to have at least a 3x, because for me, the number one golden rule with your offer is to have at least a 65% profit margin, which basically just means a 3x and you have at least a $25 profit margin. So if we put in the numbers, let's say it is $6 for our COGS, then that means in order to get a gross profit around 65%, we're going to need to be at around $20, I would say, more or less. Now, we could sell our product for this price, but the margins is not great because it's only $14. So obviously to get the $25 margin, I would have to sell this for $31, but I don't want to make that beginner mistake of forcing a margin. Obviously, do your own research and see, is that a realistic price point that you could sell this product for at scale? And the way for me to verify that is looking up the product on Amazon and also on Google Shopping to see what are the average prices for listings in this category. So we can see $18, $24, $39, $34. So definitely there's a bit of a range between around $19 to $40. So I would say anything within that range definitely will fit for this product. So I would say 31 is not too crazy. We can maybe even go a little higher at 34. And when we look up the hair curler in Google Shopping, we can see 149, 99, 89. So I would say the range here is about 89 to 149, which is great for us. That definitely is within our KPI of a 3x. Now, when it comes to these listings, you'll see some on eBay and Amazon, Mercari, all of these kind of general stores that are usually cheaper. So I don't actually usually look at those listings. I only will look at listings for my product type from actual brands. So not the Targets, not the Amazons, not the AliExpresses. So just keep that in mind. But for our product here, we know our COG is about $22. So if we sell it for $66, that gets us our 3x, that gets us our $25 profit margin. So that would be good enough alone. But we can see here, we can definitely charge more. The perceived value for these types of products is between that 89 to 149 range. So let's say we sell it for 89, and then maybe the split test is 89 versus 99. So let's say when we charge 89, our conversion rate is 2%. That means we make $1.78 per visitor, which isn't that bad. But let's say we charge 99 and our conversion rate is 1.8 instead. Let's see how close those are together. So we can see, even though the conversion rate is slightly less, charging more money actually makes us more money at the end, which is why you don't want to just look at conversion rate when you're analyzing your website's performance. The most important KPI of all is going to be this golden number of revenue per session, which is your AOV times your conversion rate. So let's talk about the most important metrics to analyze with your website. And by far, the golden metric to analyze your dropshipping store's performance is not conversion rate, but it is your revenue per visitor, which you typically want it to be at least $1.50 on a high converting store. So for this store right here, we can see we made $190,000 from 290,000 visitors, which may sound great if you're inexperienced, but in reality, that's pretty poor. Most brands that are really scaling have a revenue per visitor of around $2 to $5. So with this brand, we're actually closer to about 60 to 70 cents per visitor, which is not good. So this is a culmination of our conversion rate times our AOV. So for a $62 product, we would really try to aim for at least a 2.3, 2.5% conversion rate. But in reality, we were closer to 1%, which is going to make it very difficult to scale because our website is definitely underperforming. And that's a big reason why you don't want to just rely on conversion rate to be your guiding metric, because you could have a conversion rate of, let's say, 5%, which sounds great in theory. But if you're selling a cheap product like a phone case that's $15, then you're still not making a whole lot. That's 75 cents per visitor, which is half of where you'd ideally want to be. So if you're selling cheaper things, then obviously your conversion rate needs to be higher. But if you're selling a $500 refrigerator or a couch, then your conversion rate could be only 1%, but you're making $5 per visitor, which is still insanely good. Now, if you're wondering what it takes to scale a dropshipping store to 5 to 10 grand a day, then here are typically the metrics you're going to see on those winning stores. Now, they always will have at least an AOV of typically $50 or above, and their COGS are about 3x less than that. So for instance, I'm selling a product that cost me only $16, but instead of selling it for only $30 or $40, I'm selling it for around that $50 to $60 mark to get a gross profit of 70%. Now, on the actual store itself, we're selling this $50 product. Usually the conversion rate on those stores is around 4 to 5%, and their add to cart ratio is about 10 to 12%. So they're making on average about $2 or more per visitor. And this means when they're running their campaigns on TikTok and Facebook, typically just to break even, all they need is a return on ad spend of 1.49, which is very achievable. And to scale to a 20% profit margin, which most of them are doing, they have a return on ad spend of 2.12, which again is very achievable. But let's say we change these numbers and we're selling that $16 product for only $32, then that means to break even, we have to get a 2.15 ROAS, which is actually higher than the original one we just mentioned to get to 20% if our COGS and our offer was better. So now you see just how important that offer is in understanding your numbers inside and out. So if you want access to this KPI calculator, all you have to do is just join my premium Discord down below for $50 a month to get access to this, and also weekly calls with your boy where we cover ad account strategies, media buying, product testing, product research, so you know everything you need to know to scale your dropshipping brand to 1 grand a day. And it also includes a variety of other resources like all the top product research tools like PPIs, Manea, and so much more that cost $500 a month on their own if you were to get them. But you get access to all those tools and more, and calls and accountability with me for only $50 a month, and you can sign up using the link in the description. But if you really want that KPI calculator, then comment down below that you fell to your knees in the middle of Walmart, and also like this video, and if we get to 500 likes, then I will send that out to each one of you that comments for it. Now, getting back into everything else with the metrics. So when we look at our example store right here, what will we do to try to improve it? Do we want to raise our AOV, or do we want to try to raise our conversion rate? And hopefully by now you realize, yes, the major problem is the conversion rate being too low. So we'd want to be at around 2.5 to 3%. And really the only way we can do that is by split testing different offers. But when we look at the other numbers here, are we hitting our KPI? Not really. So typically when you are scaling a winning product, your add to cart percentage is going to be around 10%. So we are about half that number. So the first challenge we'd actually have to solve is increasing the amount of add to carts we get. And that's going to be coming from offer split testing, from having more urgency, more social proof, handling more objections, because there's just some reason why people aren't clicking add to cart, because 5% is pretty low. Now, once we do get to that 10% add to cart mark, typically you want a third of your add to carts to convert to purchases. So if I get 100 add to carts, then I want 33 to convert to purchases. So in this case, are we at least getting to that a third mark? Not really. 4.8, I would say a third of that is about, let's say 1.6. So yeah, we are again a half of that. So how are we going to bump to 0.8 to 1.6? Well, that's where we'd have to look after the add to cart. What is happening? Why are people dropping off? Are we asking for too much information in the checkout? Do we not have a free shipping option? Are we not having enough urgency? Because people will add to cart, but they won't buy today if you don't give them a reason to buy today. So in that case, usually it's going to be an urgency issue or an offer issue, or there's just something where after they click add to cart and they're going through the checkout process, there might be an objection, just something going on in their head that stops them from buying because maybe they just had a question that was left unanswered. So now you should have a good understanding of the main KPIs of your revenue per visitor being around $1.50. You want your add to cart percentage to be at around 10% and your conversion rate to be around 2 to 3%, but obviously it depends on the AOV of your product and you have to adjust accordingly. Now, the other metrics that are going to be super important is understanding that from your checkout to purchase, you want around 50% of those people to convert. So if I get, in this case, 8,000 people to my checkout, I want at least around 4,000 to buy. So again, that's a huge drop off where we'd have to look at that checkout to see why are people dropping off. But the other metrics are going to be once we start to do upsells, what is an average percentage we want people to take those? Now, typically you want to be at around 10 to 20% of people taking your upsell offer. So if you're below that, that means we need to optimize. We need to try new things, new offers, new price points to increase that number, because that is definitely achievable. And then the final thing outside of that would be your speed score, because this will impact your conversion rate. So I always use Google PageSpeed Insights, where I will put my product page in here and then I'll see on both mobile and desktop, how long does it take to load? That's the number one question. So you want to be under 4 seconds. So as we can see on desktop, 1.4 seconds, that is laser fast. We were doing great. But on mobile, this is an issue. 6.7 seconds is way too long. So the main way you're going to combat that is you can use two different methods. One You can hire a page speed optimizer on Fiverr, where all they would do is just go into your store, you add them with a staff account, and they will remove excess code, because the reason why your product page is taking so long to load is just because you have a ton of code. So maybe you have old apps that have been added to your theme that are obviously making it load more stuff, which you don't want to happen. And then you can lazy load your product page by having an app like Flash Page Speed Optimization. So with Flash Page Speed Optimizer, what it basically does is it lazy loads your website, because when someone loads into your product page, it doesn't just load your product page. It also will load your bestseller, your contact us, your track order, basically every link in your main menu and every link in your footer. All of these pages will get loaded as well. But with this app, it prevents that from happening. So therefore, your mobile device doesn't have to load all of this content and take 6 seconds on average in that case to load. So now that we have the app, we can see we went from 7.9 seconds to 1.2. So now page speed is no longer an issue, but obviously do your testing, make sure it is verified on both GT metrics and also Google Page Speed Insights. And it never hurts to have someone also just go through and optimize your theme for you. All right, timeout, ref. Quick break from the video. If you are looking to actually scale your dropshipping brand to $1,000 a day in the next 90 days by having me and my team personally help you with coming up with your offers, your product pages, and help you choose the right products to sell so you don't waste time and money on the wrong products for the next couple of months, especially if you've been in this game for a while, then I would recommend joining my one-on-one coaching program. We currently have about 8 spots remaining for this month, so I would book a call by clicking the link down below. And inside the program, you get your own dedicated one-on-one coach that you can message 24/7 and will keep you accountable and support you on your journey to scaling to $1,000 a day by having a weekly call with them along with the 24/7 messaging. And on top of that, we also do group coaching calls every single weekday. So as you join this program, you're not going to just get a ton of one-on-one help, but you also get to see what my other successful students that are scaling to 3, 4, 5 grand days, like my student Matt, Rashad, Saeed, are all currently doing and learning and implementing on their stores, so that you can implement that to your store to scale to $1,000 a day or more. We are currently the only program that has a guarantee where if you don't hit $1,000 a day within your first 90 days of joining, then we will coach you for free until you do. So if you're interested in working with the right team, getting the support, and getting all the answers so you know exactly how to scale your brand to $1,000 a day or more in the next 90 days, then click the link down below, book a call with my team before we run out of spots for this month. Alrighty, ladies and gents, let's get into the real meat and potatoes of this video. So we know we're selling this 3-in-1 hair curling device, and it costs us about $22, and we need to have an AOV of 69 to have that gross profit of 65% or more. Now, there are multiple ways we can get to $69 outside of just charging $69. And you may be thinking to yourself, Ethan, have you finally lost it? Has all the money, the fame, and the women finally got into your head because you are speaking in hieroglyphics if you think there's another way we can charge $69 outside of just doing that on our product page? And that's where I would say you're wrong. So when we get into this, yes, you can't just charge flat out, okay, the offer is $69 and our compare app price is $99, so you're saving 30%. And then yes, that would be the generic vanilla offer in this case, and then we charge free shipping. Yes, that would get us to our $69 AOV. However, there are ways you can be more creative with it that actually may perform better while still getting to that same price of $69. For instance, let's say we actually decide to sell this product for $64, but when they go to the shipping option, we charge $5 mandatory at least for shipping. So we can see, does having that lower upfront price entice people to click add to cart more and go through that checkout process to buy, compared to when we charge it all up front on the product page? And I tend to see you can charge anywhere between $5 to $9 on the high end for shipping. So the lowest I would do is $69 with free shipping versus $59 with $9.99 shipping. So again, you can play around, you can be creative. You can also though do other things. So let's say we charge, in this case, $64.99, and when someone clicks add to cart, we actually charge this priority processing, or we give them the option to choose that, which most people will, because it says, hey, you can skip the line. So this is a way we can add another $3, $4 to our AOV without having to charge that on the product page. So we could actually charge, in this case, let's say $65.99. Then obviously a certain percentage will take this offer here, and that might be 50%. So that increases our AOV to on average around 67. So we're getting closer because we have this strategic upsell, and obviously we can upsell other products in this cart page so that might be complementary to the product to hit that AOV mark. It doesn't have to just be, okay, we have to sell this one product and this has to be the way we get to $69. Now you may be wondering, Ethan, how do I actually execute this split test? And that is a great question. So first off, let's say we're charging $69, but we want to have a free shipping option when people add to cart and go to the checkout with that option. Well, we would go to our shipping section, go to your general shipping zone, and typically you're gonna have one main shipping zone that will include the main countries you advertise to. That's at least how I like to do it to simplify things. Now, as as you can see, we have multiple rates, but it depends on what is the average order value in the cart. So you can see here for orders above $55 and more, they will have the option to see this free shipping and also this 3-month warranty option. So I don't just give them free shipping if obviously they have the $69. I will give them the option, but of course I will still try to upsell them other things to increase that AOV because it's free money at the end of the day. So those would be the 2 options I would add for those people. Now, if let's say they got the offer where it wasn't $69, but it was $59, then I wouldn't show this free shipping option. So the way we would do that is we would exclude orders that have an order value of less than $60 because in that case, it would be 59. So when we have that case set up, that means when they have the AOV of 59 and they're getting to the checkout page, they will not see this free shipping, but they will see this 3-month warranty. So maybe instead of charging $4.99, as we said earlier, we're going to charge $9.99. So this is what's called having a conditional price set up. So when you're actually setting this up for the first time, what you do is just click add conditional pricing, and I do it based on the order price. So in this case, we could be even more hyper specific if you have other products you're selling at the same time. So you could say every single person who has an AOV of $59 in their cart, they're just going to see this shipping rate right here, which would be that $9.99 option. But obviously you need to sell it a little bit. You can't just say, here's the general standard shipping. Actually give them a reason as to why they're paying that extra $10. So for me, I do priority insured shipping. It will cover the insurance of the full retail value of your purchase. So that way they know they're covered. So if the product gets lost or for whatever reason it doesn't actually work, then they can get a new return and a new product for free, which you should automatically be doing regardless. But again, this is just a way that we justify and sell why we're charging that extra amount. So those are some creative ways we can get that $69 AOV, but the best way to increase your average order value and make more money per visitor on your website is through your cart page. So for me personally, what the best big brands always do is they will have a free shipping threshold, which basically means if you have an app like Upcart, you can set this up where if we enable it, we have a free shipping threshold where if you reach a certain number, let's say $70 in your cart or $100 in your cart, then you unlock free shipping. But if you don't have that, then they know subconsciously that when I'm checking out, obviously I'm going to be paying for shipping. So that way you ease that burden on the mind of your consumers and they're not shocked by when you're charging $4.99 or $9.99 for shipping because you already told them. So when they see this, they're going to want to add something else to their cart to unlock that free shipping. It's basically like gamifying the whole reward system here. So what you can do is add an upsell to your cart page. You can have priority processing as a way to increase it by $4, $5 to get them closer to that mark. There's a lot of things you can play around with, but I would recommend split testing, upselling either the same product at a discount or upselling a complementary product that works together with the original product that you are currently selling. So let's do it right here where we're going to do, if you have $69 added to your cart, then you unlock your free shipping. So simple as that. Now you could add a second reward. For me personally, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do, you can unlock free shipping. We would save here in the top right, and that's going to be added just like that. So for everyone that adds to cart with that $59 price point version of our electric hairbrush, then they're going to see that. They're going to know subconsciously, okay, I need to add $10 more. So what do I do here? Well, that's where we give them an option to buy the same hairbrush again for a discount. So maybe instead of it being $59, maybe we would charge $49 or $39. Obviously, you don't want to go too low because you still want to make, a good amount of money, but you could do that, and that's typically the best upsell. Or we could say in this case, okay, what goes along with a hair curler? And that's where you got to be creative. And then typically you're going to look on Amazon or Temu for similar products that are being recommended with that product. So let's go on Amazon right now. Now, this is the best way to come up with complementary products to upsell to increase your average order value on your dropshipping store. And that is to go on Amazon for your product. So in this case, I'm selling a hair curler. And if you scroll down, typically on Amazon, it will say people who bought this product also bought these products. And that is a great way to see other products that can combine with your main product to accelerate the process of getting to that desired result. Because obviously people don't buy products for the sake of buying products. They buy it for a specific solution. So if you know having this product plus this product will get you to your desired result faster, then that is the perfect product to upsell. So as we can see here, we got these hair curlers, which would be amazing upsell. It's cheap, probably costs us $3. We could upsell that for $9 to $15, I would say on average. So this is looking like the perfect complementary product for our hair curler. But if we also look on Temu in the category of hair care, we can see what other products are selling right now that would help our target audience get to their desire faster. So we got this eyebrow hair remover. So again, our main desire is to get people flawless hair and to look their best selves. So I can definitely see this is like the ultimate grooming hair care kit. So you get our hair curler plus that epilator, which is a nice little upsell. So again, that's how you want to think about it. It doesn't necessarily have to just be, okay, we upsell the same product again to them at a lower price. We can also just say to ourselves, what would be the ultimate bundle, the ultimate collection of products to get to the desired result that our target customer wants. So let's do the same thing for our slippers. And typically the best way to increase your average order value and make more money from every customer if you are selling clothing is to figure out what product is complementary to the current product that you're selling. So in this case with slippers, it might be a pajama set, it might be a certain top, something that just fits the general vibe, which is going to be cozy and cute. So if we scroll on down, we can see what other people are buying that also like this type of product. So we can see some other cozy slippers. So yeah, maybe you buy the smile ones and you also will want to have the cow ones. That makes a ton of sense. And it doesn't just have to be slippers. Again, I would just look in that whole category and aesthetic of, okay, people that are buying this product clearly value cozy and furry products more than traditional style products. So let's try to think of what else would possibly be in their alley. And once you figure out what product you want to upsell that is complementary to your main product, we can go back to Upcart, go to the Upsells category, and then configure a manual upsell so that the trigger product would be obviously whatever you're currently selling. So in this case, the Vibra Lukes. And then the upsell product would be that complementary product that we have now added to our Shopify store. So in this case, it would most likely be that little curling device that we saw. So if we added it, we can go back and then let's say just for instance, it's this one right here for the sake of this example. And then every time someone adds this to cart, they will see that upsell product. So it'll show up right around here. So we can just click on save. We're going to click on enable and there she is right there. So upgrade your order. So obviously we could change that language to complete your hair set or complete your dream look. Usually with clothing, it's more complete the set is what people will say, but there's a lot of ways you can word it. Now, other ways you can do the quick upsell with Upcart outside of priority processing would be doing insurance or warranty. So you can always change this tile. So in that case, you could do 3-month warranty, or you can do premium insurance, 1-year insurance. Those are all little things that people would be willing to pay extra for, and you can charge anywhere between $3 to $9 to increase that AOV. Now, the best way to make more money from every visitor in your dropshipping store is to have post-purchase upsells. Now, for me, my favorite app is One Click Upsell, and the reason why you want to have these upsells is because people are already in that buying sense of mind. They've already bought a product from you, they put in all the shipping information, so to buy another product, it only takes 1 click. There's very little friction. So I always start with upselling the same product they've already bought, but at a higher discount. So if the product they bought was $55, then trying out $45 versus $40 as a potential upsell, or doing a complementary product that gets my target audience closer to their desired result. So if it's to lose weight, sure, I might sell a fitness hula hoop, but then I might include a slimming tee that it could also help them get closer to their desired result and speed up the process. So with One Click Upsell, you would just choose the product that you want to upsell like this, and then you can set up an A/B split test. Now, right here, this is on the pre-purchase page, so this would show up before people have purchased, so after they clicked add to cart. So we don't actually want that. I only really use this app for post-purchase upsells. So let's just go real quick. Let's just select an example product, and we can see how we can set everything up like this. So first thing I always like to do is do an A/B split test, but that's after I've already designed what I want the original version to look like. Because you can see here, it's kind of a mess and I don't want to just duplicate it straight out. So I might just get rid of this description because I feel like it's not necessary, and in most cases it's not. So we have our product here and then some example sections. Personally, the headline, all of this extra stuff, I really don't think we need. So I'd also get rid of that. So for content 2, we're going to turn that off, and then content 1, we're going to turn that off as well. And then our incentive 2 also, and buy box 2, we're going to turn off. So just keep it super simple. Maybe you add some bullet point benefits in the description section to incentivize why people should buy it. But most of the selling happens from this headline here, where you're going to say, add a second version, but at a higher discount, or add this complimentary product to upgrade your order, etc., etc. Most of the selling is going to happen here. And then with the countdown timer, usually I keep it to around 5 minutes. But yeah, you don't have to do too much here. You just want to make sure you have that good offer. And then of course, when you go to buy box 1, you want to have that discount already implemented. So let's say we're doing a 20%. We just do it like that, and it'll show up just like this with the savings and the newly discounted price. So for this first offer, we'll do a 20% discount, we'll exit, and then we'll do the A/B split test like this of the same exact product. And you don't have to do the same product. A good split test could be doing which complementary product obviously sells more. So it could be one versus another, but in this case, we'll just do the same product, but with a slightly different price. So we have 20% as one of them. And then for the other one, we could do 25%, we could do 15%. We just want to figure out which one obviously makes us more money at the end of the day. But of course, always be split testing. So then once you have that, you click start split test like this, and then it'll do 50% of people that purchase whatever the trigger product. So let's say, for instance, if we go back up here, we would have to choose that trigger product. So right now it's any product, but we're gonna do a specific one. And let's say it is this bomber jacket. So everyone that has bought the bomber jacket will see this specific upsell. And let's say they don't take the upsell. Then of course we can add a downsell offer, which could be a greater discount on that product that we originally upselled, or it could be a different product. And I would recommend always split testing both. Now I want to take a quick break to talk about the sponsor of today's video, which is AutoDS, which is currently my favorite platform for importing and fulfilling all of my dropshipping orders seamlessly without me having to handle the day-to-day operations. So AutoDS is the all-in-one platform that allows you to import products from AliExpress, CJ Dropshipping, and has over 5 million products that all can be shipped out to your customer in 1 to 5 business days to allow you to scale your dropshipping brand. They also use the data from fulfilling orders for thousands of different dropshippers to curate a list of winning products that you could sell on your store today to make sales and start scaling with in their winning product section. And they also have a TikTok ad spy tool where you can again find more winning products and see winning ads from top dropshippers that you can get inspiration from for your own dropshipping store. Along with all those great tools, they also have a new feature where they have a pre-built AI store that can be generated and built for you at the click of a few buttons. It is truly the all-in-one tool that you need if you want to be a serious dropshipper in 2024, and you can get access to it for 30 days for free by clicking the link in my description. Here are the 3 best offers you can do with your dropshipping store to turn any product into a winner, and that is either doing a BOGO, volume discount, or bundle offer. Now, I'm right now selling these slippers for $34.99, and the typical dropshipper will just focus on, okay, I'll sell one, but the comparative price is $69.99, so you save 50%, which is so boring and vanilla. But we could spice it up by understanding that, okay, this product costs us $6, so 2 of them would be $12, so we could actually do a BOGO deal where it's $39.99, and the perceived value is so much greater because for the customer, they're paying $20 a slipper compared to buying one for $34. So the value is much greater, and I can guarantee that offer is going to convert so much better than the original boring vanilla offer. Another example of a great BOGO offer is this 2-pack from SheCurve. As you can see right here, they're doing $37 and you get 2 for the price of 1. It's an exclusive deal. Now, if you want to look at the best volume discount, Bleem would be a great example, an 8-figure dropshipping brand where if you buy one of their erasers, it's $30. But if you buy 2, you get 1 free at $48, which is a great deal. And in fact, if you buy 2 at this original price, it would be $58. So you actually get 3 for less than the cost of 2. And they add on to that with the free shipping label at the bottom, which again, just great perceived value. Now, some great bundle offers would be this one right here from Infinity Hoop. They are a $20 million a year dropshipping brand, and they don't just sell their Infinity Hoop for $49.99. No, they increase the value of their offer and increase the amount they can charge by having it bundled with other products that get their desired target audience the result they want, which is losing weight. So they have the hoop plus a free waist trimmer, or their best offer, which is a hoop, slimming tee, all these other products that just speed up the process of getting that desired result, which is losing weight. And of course, it allows them to go from charging $49 for this hoop to $150 for this all-in-one weight loss bundle. And obviously one of the most successful e-commerce brands of all time, Manscaped, you can see now they're not really pushing as much their one product offerings anymore. Obviously they had that lawnmower 4.0, 5.0 that they would sell for about $99, but they are now pushing the bundle discount offers way more. So they have the performance package. This is what they're pushing, $150. You get all these great products. The value is so much greater because it includes all these great things, and it allows them to just show people that, hey, obviously if you get our razor for $99, maybe the original value is $140, but with this bundle deal, it's $150, but you get $250 worth of value, which makes it a much better offer. People are going to pay you more money. You're going to make more money with your margins. Overall, it's just a win-win for everybody. And of course, that's going to allow you to scale your dropshipping brand way greater because the offer is just so much more enticing. And then another thing you could do is offer a free accessory product that is a little bit cheaper. So for these slippers, maybe there's another slipper or there's a pajama set or there's a top that I think would pair perfectly with it, that instead of, okay, you get these slippers for $34, now my new offer is for $34, you get the slippers plus this PJ set. And obviously that is much greater value, so my conversion rate will go up, but it will cost me a little bit extra to fulfill. So let's say my COGS go from $6 now to $12, it doubles. Well, that's only a $6 decrease. And in terms of my total order value, $6 from 35, that's maybe 15%. That's not a whole lot I'm really losing. So if my conversion rate goes up by 15%. So let's say increase by 50%, then yeah, losing 15% is definitely already mitigated, and I make way more money because that conversion rate increase justifies it. So that's where you got to play around. AOV, conversion rate, irresistible offers. How do you make your offer more enticing for your target customer? And then we'll talk about other ways, but in terms of the actual structure in which you do your offer and the price points and the split test, you should now have a pretty firm grasp as to all the things you can do. Now, you may be wondering, how do I split test this? So let's say we have a version of this product page where, okay, the original is we're doing a volume discount here. So we got our volume discount, buy 2, buy 3, versus we want to do a BOGO offer. Well, in that case, we would need to set up a redirect split test with Abconvert. So as we go into Abconvert, we're going to create a new test, URL redirect, and then we are going to grab the original version of our product page, which in this case is the $34.99. So we're going to just paste it on here, and then we have to just get to our little thing here with products and then the slash. So just get rid of all that. Cool. And then as you scroll on down, the first version that we're testing is, yes, the original. And then the second version I created right here is this BOGO deal at $49. Now, obviously, I can change the price point a little later if I want to, but this would be my offer split test. So we're comparing a BOGO deal at $49 versus a volume discount at $34. And then there we go. 50% of traffic will go to the original, 50% will go to the second version. And we can just see side by side which one makes us more money. And this will set you so much further apart than the average dropshipper that all they'll do is test one product page, 50% generic offer, and they will call it a day because they are freaking lazy and they don't know how to get an edge when it comes to this stuff. And then of course, if we're doing that offer where it's a free accessory gift with our main product, then we would go back to Bundle Bear, do the bundle option, select the original version of our product. And let's say that free accessory product will be just, for instance, this rotating water, just for the sake of the reference, use your brain and your imagination. Okay, perfect. And then same thing, we just do free gift like that on the second product. And then we might label, instead of buy more and save, we might just do ultimate chic bundle. Like, again, sell it a little bit. You're not going to buy more and save in this instance because it's a BOGO deal. So just keep that in mind with the offer, how you do this. It needs to change the text in the headline. So another thing you have to understand to come up with unique and irresistible offers is the breakdown between your product cost and your shipping cost. So when you use platforms like CJ, a lot of times the shipping cost will be actually higher than your product cost. So for instance, let's say we have a water bottle here, costs $10 to ship out, but the product itself is $5. Typically, that means if you want to do a BOGO offer, so 2 of these, the only thing that actually gets added to your COGS from buying 1 to buying 2 is just the product cost. So for buying 1, it's $5 plus the $10 shipping, so that's $15 in total. But to buy 2, it's only the extra $5. So it's $20 to fulfill, which isn't a whole lot more. So in those instances, that's where you should be playing around with BOGO, of course, but possibly buy 1, get 2 free, or buy 1, get 3 free. In fact, some of the best offers I've seen, and this was a great example about a few years ago, was with the viral TikTok leggings, the ones that make your booty look incredibly fine. And man, I spent a lot of time watching those videos doing my market research back then. I mean, it's for the sake of research. Man, it was a lonely time, man. I wasn't getting laid at all, but now we're doing better. So in that instance with those leggings, it basically cost about $5 for each pair of leggings. So most people would do an offer where it's $25 for buying 1, and then the discounted price was $49.99. What one of my friends did that I thought was incredibly smart is he did a buy 1, get 3 free deal. So in total, his COGS were about $15 to $20 all in, but he charged $49.99 for this deal. So if you compare that versus the original offers, $24.99 for 1 or 4 for $49, that means it's $12 per unit compared to $25 per unit. So obviously he had just such a great Godfather, irresistible offer. And that was the main reason he was able to scale that product to millions, while most people who tested that could barely make a sale. Now, if you want to come up with an irresistible offer that lets you scale your dropshipping brand to 10 grand a day, then you need to understand perceived value. People don't pay for products for the sake of having a product. They pay for products because it solves a certain problem and gives them a transformation that they truly desire. And you need to understand that when people are paying $50 for a product, they want to at least get back $100, $200, $500 worth of value back from your product. And the only way you can actually convey that value is through having different use cases. How can you use your product? What's the unique mechanism that allows people to get that transformation that with other products, it takes either a lot more money or it takes a lot more time to do, because people will pay for ease of use, for speed, and for less pain. So if your product is the easiest thing to get to that desired result, it's the fastest way to get to the desired result, and it doesn't require a whole lot of effort and pain, then obviously that is going to be a very appealing solution to them. Now, other ways you can increase the perceived value of your offers so that you can scale your dropshipping brand to 10 grand a day is through product comparisons and price anchoring. So obviously, if you have a product that can solve a key problem for someone that usually they have to pay more money to solve, then you have to mention that, because then it will convey that your product is worth this much money, but in reality, you're charging a fraction of that cost. So in this instance, I have a hair curler here. Most hair curlers, the most expensive ones, go for hundreds of dollars. The name brands are $400, $79, but mine does the exact same results. It gives you the exact same desired transformation for a fraction of the cost. And in fact, it has other things it can do that the other name brands can't do, which again increases that perceived value because we anchored it to another solution. So maybe we compare it to other products that are in the same category or other solutions in the same category. So in this case, it's having that desired result of perfect hair. There's other ways besides having a hair curler. You can go to a salon, but that takes hours and it costs hundreds of dollars. So with this product, you get the same result in minutes. So it's faster to achieve the result and it costs less money. So of course, that is going to be a much more desirable solution than the traditional way of doing things. And then finally, other ways that you can improve that perceived value is tying your product to a bigger problem. And that requires understanding your market at a fundamental, deep level. Because you could have a product where you say, all right, there's the use case. It will allow you to curl your hair. And that is a benefit. But why does it matter that you can curl your hair? What's the real big desire there? It's to look perfect. It's to feel your best. It's to have that amazing impression on your first date, to get compliments whenever you walk out on the street. That's what people are really paying for and what they will pay hundreds of dollars for versus, oh, it curls my hair. So with your marketing, with your copywriting, if you can sell the bigger reason, the why behind the benefit, obviously here's the benefit, but why does it matter? Why is that valuable? And you convey that to your customer, and that is how you market the product. You can charge way more money than if you just say, yeah, it gives you this benefit. And of course, we mentioned other things like use cases and a unique mechanism. So maybe my hair curler has a unique mechanism where it's developed with some sort of technology that allows it to dry hair 50% faster than all the other different hair curlers on the market. And again, faster to use, faster to get desired results, then people are going to pay more money. So unique mechanism can be a great thing, especially when you're selling a product where people know all the other alternative products on the market. So a lot of the times how people will sell is, yeah, we have some specific feature, we have some material that we use. In fact, I actually saw a great ad recently for this pillow, and they sold how this pillow is the most comfortable, most soft, and everyone says that, but how did they sell that their product does it? Well, they were made from a specific type of sand from some Egyptian desert that allowed you to get the best sleep of your life. So they had that unique mechanism that other products did not have, and that was their leading selling point. In fact, if you look at the pillow cube, for instance, they talk about in their marketing how you shouldn't have a regular pillow, and that's a really hard sell, but the way that they convince you is because, oh, the design allows you to actually support your neck and head, which with traditional pillows, it doesn't let you do that. Now, the best way to improve the conversion rate of your dropshipping store is to have layers of social proof, urgency, and scarcity on multiple sections of your product page. So if we look at my hair curler right here, we have the as seen in Vogue, we have a risk reversal, we have 1,000 5-star reviews, social proof with reviews here, high demand, scarcity, limited supply, also scarcity and urgency, 14,000 customers, social proof, highlighted customer review here in the middle, and then we scroll down. We have customers using the product, which shows that it actually works and gets you that desired result. We have video reviews showing that the product works. If we scroll down more, Trustpilot that it works, more risk reversal with a 90-day money-back guarantee, before and afters in the actual review section, plus really detailed reviews that handle objections, and of course an FAQ section that handles even more objections. So this is how you create product pages that convert at 5 to 10% because you handle all objections and you just give more perceived value to your product because you're showing that it actually works, people have used it, and they absolutely love it. So obviously for scarcity, I could do limited supply available, I could do 20 units left in stock, I could do so many different things, sale ending soon, sale ending at midnight. There's a lot of different plays you can do and you have to split test that. But when it comes to social proof, I do have full video and a whole shrine tutorial that I would recommend you watching after this video if you really want to optimize your product page for other things outside of the ones we just talked about, which is mainly just offer related.